Okay. Try 4 for my, now with my phone, because I know the camera works. Hi and welcome, guys. It's Brian from Captain Savage Aquatics. Just doing an early morning, or early Wednesday morning live stream. Just do some quick updates. While I got you, make sure, if you're not already subscribed to me, please think about subscribing and make sure you hit the bell so you can be notified when I come out with new videos and go stream live. Live chat. Just waiting for people to roll in here. If you hear this, say something. There. Where is everyone? I have 5 or 6 people. I guess they didn't want it. So, like I said, in my last live stream, today I did an update video on my 20 long. You guys should check it out. There we go. So yeah, with the I went over that I added new Java plants. Yeah, hey, what's up down the wormhole? How are ya? Down the wormhole says hi everyone. Just waiting for everyone to come in from the other live streams because I tried like 4 times down the wormhole to get my cameras working, got it working once, and it's like I just didn't feel like restarting my computer for another time to get the camera to work again. So I'll have to work on it later today when after I wake up from whatever little bit of sleep I get, to figure out what's going on with it. So yes, I did a video on my 20 long where I did an update where I had added probably 4 or 5 decent sized plants of Java fern into my 20 long. It's like a puffer tank / super red tank / guppy tank / a bunch of other stuff in there. I added some Java moss, things like that. Future plans for that tank I went over. I know all the tanks are shut off right now. Let me change that real quick. Be right back. Don't even really go far. Just have to turn some lights on. Brighten this place up a little bit. Okay, I am back. Let's see. Down the wormhole says getting ready for bedtime. Beyond. Stop by and to say good night. Well, thank you for stopping in down the wormhole. Love the puppy. Thank you. I love her too. Where was the options? Share this to Facebook again. Share this to Instagram. Reconnecting with the puppy, says down the wormhole. Alright, so Seeing what else is going on. Okay, so let's see what else is going on. For anyone that doesn't know yet, I picked up a 75 gallon for really cheap. Not even, just about half the, 40 bucks for a 75 gallon. I mean, it's got some wear and tear on it, but nothing bad. Just needs a cleaning. So, yeah, I'm just kind of hanging out. Let's see what the battery's at, 39%. So I'll stream till literally my phone dies. Just because I was fighting with this for, I lost a good 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes at least, trying to get my computer to stream properly. But I don't know why that's going on. It's just showing. So what I can show you what I did in my bedroom. So let me just unplug that, leave that there, and pull this off. So flip this camera around. So here's the 20 long. Haven't done anything with this. Sorry about that, guys. For some reason my phone froze. Hopefully this is better now. So back in the bedroom here, I took quite a bit of Java fern out of here. Some of the Java moss came out of this guppy tank. Haven't done much with that. Pork chop. There's boar tank. You can see there's a lot of algae. I have not lost any of the 5. They're just kind of hanging out. Got the fancy guppies and the babies in the tank. Got this fancy guppy tank. Now these 3 tanks are getting moved out of here. I'm putting the 75 right on here because the 75 is the same width or slightly bigger than the 40 breeder, and I still had room on each side. Because I think this thing's like 22 or 24 inches wide, just about the top of this. And I mean, like I said, I had a 40 breeder that went from about here to about there on this, no problem. And I know the 75 is longer, so it might take up this whole thing, but that's okay. I figure I can maybe use that as a grow-out tank and go from there. So, if you're in the stream, just say something so I know you're here. If you're not, stuff happens. There's Miss Molly. Molly Dolly. Got this tank. There's one of the high fins chilling out. There's Melvin. I have 3 high fins in this one, 25. Nope, looks like the lady bounced off something today. That wasn't there. Select Pet, I'm here for a second. Still supposed to be working. Laugh out loud. That's okay, Select Pet. Very cool fish. Yeah, I got 3 Oscars. This Oscar, I got it when it was probably only about that big, 2-3 inches long. And now she is probably at 12 or 13 inches long, roughly, or pretty close to that. These Oscars gotta be at 6 inches. Then I got gold severum and a couple of severums in here. Got that scarlet goldfish in there. There's one of the other high fins. There's a severum. I got a couple convicts in here. And that's pretty much for this tank. Then we got the elusive molly fish. And then I got super red plecos in this little tote right here. And they did breed. So there's a bunch of super red, or quite a bit of super red babies in here. Same with chocolate. There's chocolate plecos in here. Let's see, what else do we have? We got the African cichlid tank, which I need to top off tomorrow morning, or later this morning when I get up. There's the Texas cichlid in with them. These guys are doing pretty well. No, it's kind of dark in there, but that's okay. Sorry for the bright light. There we go. Not so bright anymore. So that's the African cichlid tank. They're just hanging out. For anyone that missed it, those 3 tanks in my bedroom are going to be moved. I'm going to set them up right here on this shelf, or that shelf. I'll just clear it off. I have enough room and height to be able to squeeze my arm over there and do, Brian, Jimmy H. Fishes says, Brian, you should sell your super reds. Yeah, I will once the babies get bigger. The babies are only like an inch and a half long. They're really tiny still. Tiny, tiny. Not even size to even be worthwhile to sell. I'd be more afraid that they'd die in the mail when I sent them. So that's what's going on with that tank. So that new 75, or new to me 75, is going to go in there, right there. 2 inches would be perfect to sell them. Yeah, these are, I'm not joking, Jimmy, these are probably like an inch and a quarter, inch and a half max. But their bodies aren't even filled out. They're like this. You know what I mean? They're not even the size of my finger right here. That first part of my finger. So maybe they're not that big. Maybe they're only a ½ inch, 3/4 inch. I only caught a quick glimpse at some of them. So let's see. I got to fix that sponge filter because for some reason it's not getting enough pressure to that 125. I just noticed that today. Otherwise, it finally, that 125 gallon sponge filter finally clogged up enough that it's not really doing anything. So I'll clean that later today. What else? Make sure you check out that 20 long video update I did. There's a cool section where the little savage, or butterbean as I like to call it, the puffer, Faka puffer, is chasing around some of the ghost shrimp, trying to whack them, have them for a little snack. And yeah, I got some plants coming in, some more plants from a Facebook group that I'm part of, like aquatic plant face group, or freshwater, or whatever you want to call it. So I have probably 10 or 15 different plants coming in. Some mosses, different mosses that I don't have. Kind of some rare stuff. So once the 75 gets set in there and the 3 10s are here, I'm going to grab my couple other 10s, set them up. I think I can go 4 wide with 10s here and still have room on a shelf. And I'm going to put them lengthwise like this. 4 or 5 on each shelf, I can't remember. I'll do the math again tomorrow. So that'll be the 10s there. Then I'm thinking right there on that shelf I'll do 5s or 2.5s for really small stuff that is still growing out. This is going to get made over, the 125. I got a place that I'm going to stop and get more driftwood. I'm going to glue some Java fern, since I got a surplus of Java fern in my other 10 gallons. I'm going to glue it to the big log right there, like the stump, and other branches. I'm going to get some more branches over there going that way. Just change it up. change the layout. I'm thinking of getting rid of most of that gravel, so I'm going to clean or take a good portion or maybe build up one side with a straight up gravel. And then I'm going to make it like a sand basin, or maybe I might use that, the planted, the Floramax planted stuff and put it in there, because I mean that's 50 pounds right there, so I probably could get it a couple inches deep, and then I'll plant some plants, put some stumps in there, or like do some kind of design stump right there, and you know, just add cichlid type plants that can take a beating and keep on ticking. I also priced out the stock tank I want to get, so if I get that stock tank, it's supposed to be going on sale next week. I will get rid of this ugly chair. Not ugly. I like the chair, just I don't use it. And I'm going to put a stock tank right here in the corner. It's going to be a 150-gallon stock tank. If that happens, all these Oscars, short or long fins, they're long fins. Long fin super reds. No, sorry. Maybe not. I think they might be a short fin. I have to look at them closely. Kind of hard when the thing's completely covered in duckweed. Let me see. Now I have fancy guppies galore breeding in here. It's this. Ooh, Molly, get out of the way. I'm always so interested in what I'm doing. Oh, there's one of the supers. Or maybe one of the albino chocolates. Alright, there's one of the supers. Kind of chilling. Looks like short fins. For that one, at least. There's another super red. This disappeared. I know there's babies in here, super reds, because I saw them. Last time I counted 5, but I would really have to take everything out just to see what I have for chocolate. Baby plecos in here, and red fin or super red plecos. So gotta love that. And of course, when you move the duckweed around, that brings light into this tank, and the super reds go for cover. So yeah, got plenty of fancy guppies in here. So if anyone is looking for fancy guppies, let me know and send some your way. Alright, so alright. I know there's super reds in here, so this tote's gonna be going away. It was a good grow out tote, but I'm going to actually build a small rack, maybe very small, and put a. I was thinking a 29-gallon right here. You know, because it's not that wide. It'd probably come out to about here, where it really won't block my path any more than this big tote. So yeah, well, I don't know how much longer my phone's gonna last. It's at 23%. Yeah, they're nice tanks. And for anyone that doesn't know, I like to grow out snails in 5-gallon buckets, because all you gotta do is add food, and when the water drops in these, I just add more water. You know, top them off. Like this tank, I'm gonna top off. So that's that tank. I'm coming in here later today, which I'll shoot another video on this. I'm gonna pull this Anubias that's floating out of here and put it in the 20 long. I'm gonna split this sword and pull some of this excessive Java moss out of here. Just do an overall cleaning to this, and same with the plexiglass that I'm using as the top. Gotta clean that up so more light can get in this tank. And then we have this tank that I don't currently have turned on right now. Let me see if I can't crank the light on this real quick. Like I said, I did an update video on this. What's up, rail thing for you fish tanks? Just doing a quick update thing. There's a little Savage, still got a full belly a little bit. He was on that update video, he was hunting the ghost shrimp, so I don't know how many of them we wiped out today. But now that the light's on, he's going to go back to hunting. So I added this Java fern, some Java moss came along. I glued some Java fern to the driftwood right there. That's glued to the rock right here, that Java fern. Then I got some stuff over here. When I was in here messing around yesterday, gluing the Java fern in, I found 3 or 4 little baby super red plecos in here, so they're in this tank too. These guys have a lot of little crevices to hide in because they're tiny. But the puffer doesn't bother him. So the puffer's more worried about the guppies and if it can get its hands on the guppies or the neon tetras. Or the little crayfish that are in here, or ghost shrimp, or snails that I throw in here, so. Yeah. How am I doing? I'm doing great. How are you? I'm just a little tired. Today was a very long day at work. So, yeah, that's that tank. Gotta top this off. I'm gonna make this a little shrimp tank. I just gotta get a heater. I have a heater for this already, a small one. I just need to set it up. And then I gotta cut some of these plants back, take some of these clippings. Literally, I took this clipping like not even this size of it, and over the last 2 or 3 months, this thing's exploded. And this is an Aquaponics 2.5 gallon. I had a beta in there, but the beta bluey, I think, didn't make it. I'm not sure what happened. I couldn't find the body anywhere. I moved everything, even this electric stove, out of the way. And it didn't jump out of the tank, and there was no bone matter, anything. So, makes me wonder. I mean, I did have snails in there, but I used to check that tank every day because Bluey was in it. So my son wanted updates, so I'd take take a photo every couple days of them and send it to my wife so he could see the tanks. And one day it was gone. But that was a long time ago, so moving on. So that's that tank. Like I said, what's gonna change in here? All this gravel is gonna get put into like a pile in one of these corners or somewhere to make one side high. Then I'm gonna add some more sand in here, and go from there. And that way, this a puffer has somewhere to hide, can bury itself. Because I mean, this whole corner right here, where this thing was, the Fahaka cleared out right here. But that thing. What's up, Pramesh Aquatics? How you doing, buddy? Got the blue lobster in here, the self-cloning one. So I'm sure the puffer's been hitting the little self-cloning lobsters that are in here. There's a little tiny fancy guppy. Just hiding out, trying to stay away from the puffer. Well, swimming towards the puffer. Not a good idea, bud. Because that puffer will eat you if you get within range. So let me see if I can't do something real quick. I can't turn that on while I'm streaming. But believe it or not, there is blue lobster in there. Really nice blue lobster. Here's some of the fancy guppies. Back off a little bit. Got some good color on those. Oh, the puffer that's nabbed ghost shrimp. Here's Miss Molly. She's being a pain in the butt because she's trying to get the high fin that's hiding out right behind that heater right now. And let's see. What else is going on? I really don't know. I'm losing my mind. And where did all this water come from? Because there wasn't this water here earlier. I'll figure it out tomorrow. So, like I said, this tote's gonna go away. These two big goldfish are going in this big tank. I just gotta acclimatize them to the warm, because this is whatever the temperature in my current apartment is right now, which is 67.7. It's probably running warmer. It's probably closer to 70 or 71 in there. Let me see. 60. 68 degrees in there, so it's a little bit warmer. 76 in that one. This one's the same way, probably. 72. 77. Let's see, what's that one? Sorry, I'm bored. So, here's Molly. I think I'm gonna call it quits, guys, because my battery's just about ready to die. It's at 10%, so I might be able to stream for 5 minutes, if that, before this runs out. Thank you again for stopping in and showing your support for the stream. I appreciate it. Just a little quick something. Keep you guys coming back. But I appreciate everyone stopping in. Please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. If you do subscribe, because you're new here, make sure you hit the bell so you can get notified of when I come out with new content or I start streaming live. Thanks again, everyone. Have a great night.